When Nintendo revealed Diancie, everyone got excited for it, but everyone was wondering how you're going to use this thing. What's up guys, my name is acestaromari, and within this video I'm going to show you guys the top 5 movesets for Diancie, even before it's released. Some people have gotten Diancie due to hacking, and through that, now we know the stats and the movesets and the things that Diancie can learn. So within this video, I'm going to show you guys the 5 most top effective competitive sets for Diancie. Before we get into it, let's take a look at Diancie's stats. What stands out the most about Diancie are its extremely large 150 base, defense, and special defense stats, and what separates it from Carbink are the fact that it has both 100 base attack and special attack. But what's kind of horrible about Diancie are its really abysmal HP stats and speed stats. However, what you also need to know about Diancie is that the event seems to always have a Diancie with maximum IVs in its defense, special defense, and speed, which really limits this thing's potential because now it can only use certain hidden powers and it can't have minimum IVs if it wants to go for moves like Trick Room. So before you get your Diancie, you gotta be aware of what this thing can do so you don't get the wrong nature. Starting off our list at number 5 is a very basic Diancie moveset that could be effective under the right circumstances. It is the Choice Spec attacking set. First, we have a modest nature with 252 into HP, 252 into special attack, and 4 into speed. The 252 into HP is so you can maximize your bulk. The 4 into speed is to outspeed other base 50 Pokemon, and the 252 special attack should be obvious. You have a Choice Specs with a moveset of Moonblast, Ancient Power, Hidden Power Grass, and Side Shock. With max investment, at your Choice Specs, you'll have a special attacking stat of 491, very powerful for a Pokemon like Diancie. You'll be able to fire a powerful Moonblast, which come off your primary stab, which will do a lot of damage, especially to Pokemon like Rotom Wash, which after Stealth Rock will take about 90% from that max one. Pretty cool, huh? Next in your moveset is Ancient Power for things that actually resist the Moonblast, such as fire types, and it can hit things super effectively too. Also, Ancient Power has the chance of raising all of your stats for like a Pokemon like Diancie will be phenomenal. You have HP Grass for Pokemon like Swampert, like Quagsire, and other unorthodox Pokemon. The only reason why you don't have a better hidden power on here is that due to Diancie only having a certain amount of IVs that it's required to have, it can't have all hidden powers. The only ones that are acceptable are Hidden Power Grass, Electric, and Dark, and maybe a few other ones that aren't nearly as effective as Grass and Electric. Electric could be used for Pokemon such as Gyarados. Psyshock is for Pokemon such as Blissey and Chansey, who otherwise Diancie cannot touch because of their monumental special defensive stats. Psychic is also an option too for firing off on Pokemon such as Mega Venusaur, who take a lot more damage from Psychic than it would Psyshock, and for other poison types too that resist Moonblast. This moveset needs some good team support, and probably the best thing for this is Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn has phenomenal defensive synergy with Diancie as it can resist water, grass, and steel, and Diancie also resists fire, which can make a defensive core that's pretty good if I do say so myself. Ferrothorn can also set up Stealth Rocks and Spice, which can help Diancie's damage output substantially, and plus, it can heal Diancie a little bit through pseudo recovery with Leech Seed. Plus, Moonblast can be an effective way that Diancie can hurt the fighting type attacks that are usually directed towards Ferrothorn, seeing as they're super effective. Another good partner is Breloom. Breloom also resists a lot of the things that Diancie is weak to, plus it's a physical attacker, so it can go ahead and hit some of the special defensive Pokemon that Diancie has trouble damaging, and hit them with powerful Technician boosted attacks. Mixed Thunders would also be a great partner to have with Diancie. With Superpower and Knockoff, you'll be able to hit many Pokemon that Diancie can't even touch, such as Ferrothorn and or Aegislash. Plus, it resists 3 of the types that Diancie is weak to. Diancie is a grounded Pokemon, which means it's susceptible to all forms of entry hazards. Another great partner for this Pokemon would in fact be Mandibuzz, because Mandibuzz has great defensive synergy with Diancie, and plus can defog most entry hazards away. The next moveset is a little bit gimmicky, however it can be extremely deadly if you do it the right way. This is a personal moveset that I've made and it's unique to me. This is called the Rest Storm Diancie set. It's careful with 248 EVs into HP, 252 into special defense, and 8 into attack with leftovers. You want to have the moveset of Sharpen, Diamond Storm, Rest, and Sleep Talk. Now this set is pretty cool. I really liked using this set. It was awesome because what you generally do is that you set up as many Sharpens as you can, and then after the fact, Either you can attack or you can go for a rest. Once you go for a rest, you'll be able to go for Sleep Talks, and then you'll either cycle through your Sharpens, your Rest, or your Diamond Storm. If you get Diamond Storm, you have a 50% chance of getting your defense raised by one stage, which is pretty fantastic, seeing as Diancie has an amazing amount of special defense already, and with having more defense, Diancie can be extremely difficult to stop if the opponent doesn't have any physical or super effective Pokemon to hit it with. So with Diamond Storm being a rock type attack, this means that you don't have anything that is actually immune to it. So if you take out all the things on the other opponent's teams that resist rock, that means you can easily sweep through someone's team with this moveset if you take out the appropriate Pokemon. Some good teammates for this would be Chansey. Chansey is excellent with Diancie because Chansey can easily go for a heal bell and get rid of status, or be able to fully restore Diancie's HP even if it doesn't have any HP investment itself. Since steel types are such a big issue with this moveset, you want something that can get rid of them really easily, and a Pokemon for that would be Excadrill. Excadrill can hit a lot of steel types easily, very effectively with its Stab, Earthquake, and plus it has the little bonus of getting rid of entry hazards also with its powerful Rapid Spin. Ferrothorn, of course, would be a good Pokemon to have with Diancie because it can go ahead and Leech Seed opponents, and then you can go ahead and go into Diancie, which can make setting up a breeze because then you'll be able to restore tons of HP due to leftovers and Leech Seed recovery in junction with each other. Lydales is also a great Pokemon to have with Diancie too. If you opt on using one, you usually want to have HP Fire on this set so you don't get walled by Pokemon such as Scizor or Ferrothorn, which otherwise would cause extreme problems for both of these Pokemon. Coming at number 3 is a very cool Diancie set which can be extremely threatening if under the right circumstances and if used correctly. This is Mixed Diancie. I call it Mixed Diamonds. So you want a Naughty Nature Diancie with 144 EVs into HP, 108 into attack, 252 into special attack, and 4 into special defense with a Life Orb. You want the moveset of Diamond Storm, Moonblast, Hidden Power Grass, and Psychic. One of the things that makes Diancie extremely amazing is the fact that it can easily counter both forms of Charizard. Yes, Charizard X has Earthquake and Charizard Y has Solar Beam. However, with this EV spread, even with +1, Charizard X can't KO with Earthquake, and even if the sun is up, Charizard Y's Solar Beam can't LH KO Diancie. However, what's amazing is that Diancie's Diamond Storm will be able to KO both with Diamond Storm, even if Stealth Rocks aren't even active. The other moves on this moveset, Moonblast, Hidden Power Grass, and Psychic, really go off that amazingly large special attack set. You'll be able to hit some Pokemon extremely hard, such as Rotom getting 2-hit KO'd with Moonblast after Stealth Rocks, and Mandibuzz getting 1-hit KO'd after Stealth Rocks. Also, basically you'll have a lot of power behind this set, but you really want to have good team support. Rotom Wash is an excellent partner to have with Diancie, especially with this moveset. Rotom Wash will be able to go for Will-O-Wisp on physical attackers, which can ultimately help out Diancie a lot. It'll be able to both switch around too to scout and see what opponents are going to do. Talonflame is also very excellent because you won't be able to KO most Pokemon because of your extremely low speed. So with Priority Brave Bird from Talonflame, you'll be able to stop Pokemon like Mega Venusaur or Greninja or other very fast Pokemon, which can otherwise stop you right in your tracks. Dragonite is also a great Pokemon to have with this moveset. Dragonite will easily be able to come in and go for Dragon dances after people try to hit Diancie with Water type, Ground type, and or Grass type attacks. That is when you can easily go ahead and sleep with Dragonite because Dragonite's multi-scale makes it so that those moves are going to do even less damage, and thus you'll be able to sleep very effectively because of Diancie's good defensive synergy with Dragonite. Shining in at number 2 is a pretty awesome moveset that Diancie can do that not all Pokemon can do. This is really effective in single battles, but can be also extremely effective in double and or multi-battles, so don't take this moveset out of account when you're trying to make a team. So this is in fact the dual screen set. Yes, Diancie can do that. Isn't that cool? Anyway, you want a bold or a calm natured Diancie. You want to have 248 EVs into its HP, you want 252 into its defense, and you want 8 into its special attack. Alternatively, you can have 128 EVs into your defense and special defense to mix them up a bit, or you can have 252 into your special defense if you want to be completely specially defensive. Alright, so the moveset requires that you have Light Clay with the moves of Light Screen, Reflect, Moonblast, or Ancient Power, and Stealth Rock. Yes, this moveset is very fantastic. What you can do easily is set up dual screens all the time, because Diancie has a really excellent typing, and with its monumental defenses, you'll easily be able to set up either one of the two, and probably be able to take an attack after you set up one of the screens. Then at which point you can easily set up Stealth Rocks, because Stealth Rocks is also a way that Diancie can support its team. And then once you get rid of all of those things, you can easily go for Moonblast or Ancient Powers and might get the boosts and everything. Both of these moves being effective in their own ways. Moonblast has less resistances than Ancient Power does, however it's more powerful too. But Ancient Power can go ahead and stop certain Pokemon that Diancie is adept at stopping, such as Charizard X or Charizard Y. Dragonite absolutely loves this set, so it naturally makes a really good partner with Diancie. With Diancie setting up dual screens, that'll mean that Dragonite will easily be able to set up a lot of Dragon Dances due to its natural bulk. So because of that, you'll probably want to have one on your team so it can benefit from the dual screens. Gyarados also really loves Diancie. Not necessarily Mega Gyarados, but regular Gyarados also loves having the fact that dual screens are up. It's pretty awesome because once you have enough Dragon Dances, you can easily sweep through teams. Or you could have the Gyarados site in your possession, and once you're able to sweep or ready to sweep, you can go ahead and Mega Evolve and go ahead and Waterfall and or Earthquake through everything in your path. Lastly, one of the greatest things about this moveset is that you'll be able to stop things like Charizard X. However, Charizard X also benefits from this really much. Because of natural bulk that Charizard X has, easily you'll be able to set up a bunch of Dragon Dances, and you know, everyone knows by this point that if Charizard X gets more than one Dragon Dance, it's pretty much over. So you probably want to have dual screens with Charizard X so it can do this more effectively, or you'll probably want to have Roost on that moveset too so that it can go ahead and have a lot more survivability too, because of the Flare Blitz taking tons of recoil damage from Charizard X. Glittering in at number 1 is a pretty amazing Diancie moveset, which can be extremely effective if you do it the right way. This moveset requires that you have a good team. If you have a bad team, then this isn't gonna work. You need to have support with this, because if you don't have support, then Diancie is literally going to do not much of anything with this set. But you're probably wondering what that moveset is. It's like, what is it? What could it possibly be? Well, it is in fact the Calm Mind set. Yes. You want a bold Diancie with 248 EVs into its HP, 252 into its defense, and 8 into its special attack with leftovers. You want to have the moveset of Calm Mind, Moonblast, Rest, and Sleep Talk. This is an extremely effective set, because what usually happens is that you'll get to a point where you eliminate all physical attackers or whatever, or you'll eliminate all the Pokemon that hit Diancie super effectively. This is when you'll be able to easily set up a lot of Calm Minds, and when you get down to a low amount of HP, you can easily go for a Rest. And once you go for a Rest, you'll be able to go for Sleep Talks, where in this generation is a lot more effective. You'll be able to maybe get a Rest, which would suck, or you can get more Calm Minds, which is excellent, or you could go ahead and get a Moonblast. And if you get off a Moonblast, oh my goodness, it is extremely powerful if Diancie gets to set up more than about 2 Calm Minds, which will easily be able to do because Diancie has a lot of defenses. Now, you're probably like, okay, there's some other Pokemon can also do this, such as Sylveon maybe. The problem with Sylveon is that Sylveon has not as good as resistances as Diancie does, and plus it has an abysmal amount of HP, which really sets it back a lot. However, with this moveset, it's not perfect because, like I said, you need to have correct team support, because if you don't, it's not going to work. The best teammate to have with this moveset is Chansey. Chansey loves to help out Diancie, and it likes to help out anyone. It's just Chansey. Chansey's just nice. It likes to give it some wishes. It likes to set up rocks for it. It likes to go ahead and go for heal bells whenever things get out of the hand, and etc. Chansey's an excellent Pokemon to have with Diancie. Another one will be Landorus T. Landorus T's Intimidate will help out Diancie immensely, and plus, as you can see, Moonblast is the only attacking move on this set, which means that you're going to be walled by poison types, fire types, and steel types. And because of this, you want a ground type to go ahead and get rid of all of those and eliminate them. And the one Pokemon that is really good at that is, of course, Landorus T, with its extremely powerful 145 base attack stat. Other Pokemon that will work well with this set include Magnezone and Dugtrio. Both of these Pokemon are very adept at trapping Steel-type Pokemon and or other ones with the Arena Trap ability, and it'll be very beneficial for Diancie to have everything on a person's team that resists Fairy put out of commission. Once this happens, then you should be able to go into Diancie and set up more easily and be able to use this set more effectively. One Pokemon unnamed here is Rotom Cut. Rotom Cut is an amazing Pokemon to have with Diancie because it resists everything that Diancie is weak to. However, in terms of getting rid of the things that stop this particular moveset, it's not going to be the best thing because Poison, Steel, and Fire types aren't going to be easy for Rotom Cut to deal with. So you probably want something else more offensive, like a ground type such as Extra Drill or something else to get rid of all of those, because everything that is weak to Fairy is also weak to ground, unless they have some sort of dual type. So that is in fact the end of the top 5 competitive Diancie movesets. I am really excited for Diancie to get released. I can't wait to see what Nature Mind is going to be. All of these movesets that I made up were pretty cool. If you guys have your own movesets, then go ahead and put them in the comments. I can't wait to see what you guys can think of, some creative things that you guys came up with, because I know Diancie can learn some other moves like Gyro Ball and other stuff too, and I want to see what you guys can think of. Anyway, this has been acestar3rd. If you like this video, please be sure to subscribe because I'm going to do more of these moveset videos later. I will see you guys later. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Be safe, and goodbye.